Page 21, Sunrise. The top of the page, they're introducing another Italian word for you to now know forever and ever, dolce. They say it means sweetly and softly. Generally speaking, dolce is sweetly, but I think I can do it loud, but if they want you to go soft, okay. You think of, let's say, a woman singing a love song, very gentle and sweet love song, that's dolce. It has to do with interpreting the music, so I'll come back to that when I get there. Because generally when I'm figuring the music out, there ain't nothing dolce about it. Let's look this over. It's 4 lines long, treble and bass clef, 1 flat in the key signature. We're in the key of F major. All the B's are going to be B flat automatically. 4/4 time signature. I see a bunch of quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes, and we're moving around some, so we got to deal with that. The right hand, when it comes in, your thumb is here, so you're in this position, and it's the last note of the first measure. It's 4, 1, 2, and then the left hand plays that high A. LH means left hand, and the right hand just stays there. And then the third measure, 1, 2. And during the second line, during the rest, you come down to here, C position, 4. And when the left hand's playing the half note, they say come back up here. I disagree. I suggest you stay right where you are and just play the end of the second line right here. 5th finger. I see no reason to come up here to 3rd finger. None. The fingering style that I teach and that I use is I don't move the hands if I don't have to. And I see no reason to be in this position then. Because in the 3rd line you got to be back up here. So why do I want to be here? So I'm just going to stay here. And then in the 3rd line, I can come up here. I just moved 1 time. And that's what I recommend you do. So 5th finger on that note in the 2nd line, 3rd measure. 5th finger, not 3rd. Now in the 3rd line, in the last 2 measures, you hear, you reach up just a little bit to D. It's just 1 note. So it's here. And then the last line during the rest, you come back down to C position. And stay there. Okay. Left hand's moving around a bit because of those high A's you got to play. So you're here at the beginning, and during the rest you come up here. What finger you use is up to you. Just use a finger. But now you got no rest. You got to go back down to here. There's no rest there. You got to lift up and move. 4. You may have to practice that because remember the right hand is here in the way. You can't go straight across. You got to come over it. So maybe you rest your right hand here so it's in the way and you go from here to here. Practice that. Then 2nd line, where you're ending the 1st line here, it's a B flat C at the end of the line. And just reach down then for the next line. And if you can't be up in here, then you have to use 3, 2 for larger hands. Otherwise, the fingering in the book is better. Because once you play this, you can lift your fingers up. And then you come up. You do that some more. The end of the 3rd line, thumb comes up. I'm not moving the hand, just the thumb. And then reach down, come down. You just reach down, lift down. Okay. And the last 2 measures, I'm using thumb on both. If you do this, you can do that. Depending on how you finger the next to the last measure, depending on how big your hands are, you can do that. Or this. I'll leave that up to you and the size of your hands. Put the hands together, you're here. Basically, that's it. I mean, you're moving around a little bit, but you can work that out. Get rid of any hesitations. It's just keep it slow as you gotta go, but no hesitations. And then I'll think about the articulation. They got in the slurs or phrases. You can't tell if they're slurs or phrases. Go ahead and connect them and lift up between each one. Connect all this. Lift up. Kind of sounds like phrases. These sounds like musical sentences or musical thoughts. The first thought, second thought, or the reply. It's like statement, reply, statement. So I guess these are phrases. Just lift up. You have to lift up because you're moving anyway, but both hands here lift up. And once I have the articulation, then I think about the dynamics. Here, on the first two measures of each line, it's both hands. It's all there. And first one, MP is mezzo piano, sort of soft. And you're staying there. And then in the last two measures of each line, it's the right hand. These chords in the left hand need to be soft. You need background. And that's a kicker because you're playing the left hand out on the first two measures, and then all of a sudden you got to play it really soft for the third measure. So here, so you're here, and then soft, soft. Really, because it's the right hand. That may take some practice. Now in the third line, last two measures, you get that hairpin or the crescendo to get louder. Here, you're going to go. That's the right hand. The left hand just stays out of the way. And the last line, now you're soft. Piano for Pete, soft. That means the left hand and the last two measures at the bottom are very soft. It's just, we want to hear the right hand. It takes a little practice to get the control for these dynamics, but it's important, so keep working at it. It will come eventually. Now the speed, andante, well, that's that leisure stroll. Just take a stroll through. It's not the speed of the beat, it's the overall feel of the piece. Don't play it too slowly, because that just drags. It goes no place. It needs to flow, but it's a slow flow. Well, again, it's not the speed of the beat, it's the overall feel of it. And these half notes and whole notes are going to speed it up a little bit, but the quarter notes are going to slow it down, so you got to find somewhere in the middle where it all fits. Then we get into the interpretation. Well, again, natural accents first. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Feel these 1, 2, 3, 4 on these. And again, the dolce. This is interpreting. Think sweetly. I haven't had enough coffee for sweetly yet, so I'm faking it right now. But you get into it, just think very sweetly. If at the end you feel a little retardando there, then put it in. Again, that's part of interpreting the music. How do you feel it? You can't always put in a retardando when you feel it. It depends on the kind of music you're playing. If you're playing serious classical music, don't retardando unless the composer told you to. Beethoven gets very angry when you do that. So just keep it a steady speed. But on this kind of a music, slow down if you feel it. Let's play it together very slowly and check our notes and rhythms. Not going to do any dynamics and play it all about the same. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4, off.